These days, I'm back in the newsroom and driving from South Snohomish County to south of downtown Seattle, something that's become a lot easier with the pandemic. Well, this is one of the typical slowdown areas we're driving under. That area, the Snohomish-King County line. But for most of my ride, day in and day out, especially in the morning, it's been surprisingly good. So good, I no longer find it advantageous to drive Highway 99. So we're going 50, not too bad. Yes, driving south on I-5 is easier than it was in 2019. In fact, according to the pandemic dashboard from the Washington State Department of Transportation, overall there's about 6% less traffic on the state's highways. It did the dip, then it came up.
It definitely dipped, and then it just bounced around 6%. That's pretty much what it's been doing. Sometimes it's about down 10%, and it seems like it's starting to trend up a little bit with school coming in session.
Michael Forbis is the assistant traffic engineer for DOT's Northwest region. One reason my route is easier is that 3 out of 4 office workers that commuted to downtown Seattle are still working from home. DOT calls it telework.
Telework is definitely going to be a part of the new normal. And the level of telework, we're not sure. But right now, it really appears that telework is going to push traffic volumes down.
So my trip actually much better than average. The Everett to Seattle morning commute, 7 minutes shorter than 2019.
Some areas, if you're going to the downtown core like Seattle, some of those trips are a little bit quicker than they were.
Bob Pishu is a traffic engineer for Kirkland-based INRIX that monitors traffic in cities around the world. But it's not down everywhere. He points to the commute from Renton to Bellevue. That morning commute is already back to where it was in 2019, with the evening commute actually taking 2 minutes longer.
But if you kind of go outside into the more suburban areas or in the more suburban cities like Redmond, Bellevue, Renton, we notice that some of those travel times are at or above 2019 levels.
Then there are the choke points. The choke points of 2 years ago are likely the choke points now.
So if they were bad before, there's a really good chance that they're bad now.
But Pishu says as ugly as it looks, the backups are not as long. Overall, Tacoma to Seattle is actually 4 minutes shorter in the morning. The evening commute tied with 2019 at 56 minutes. So what is your expectation going forward?
I don't think we really know. I think we think that it's going to stay down for a while. Everybody will have to go back to work before the traffic is going to come back to what we hate to call normal.
But DOT's Forbis and INRIX's Pishu do not expect it will revert for everyone to something that feels more like 2 years ago.
Traffic's going to come back, but it's going to look a little bit different, especially over the next 6 months. So for example, you may not see such a bad morning peak every day, morning grind in, but you may still see a really bad, afternoon grind heading out of the city.
Depending on how many curveballs the pandemic keeps throwing us. In Seattle, Glenn Farley, King 5 News.